Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Julie and I'm here to do my reaction video for Season 2, Episode 7 of The Last of Us. This time, the title, I'm not very sure how to pronounce that. Convergence? Or something like that? I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, we are here for the final episode of this very controversial season. Some people might have liked it. I don't know who that is, but for what I have been able to see is that a lot of people are not really happy with the season. As far as an adaptation to the game, I think season 1 is as best as you could have done it with the first game. It was amazing. Season 1 was amazing, you know. And season 2, having to explore the world being so big, and the fact that they had to let Joel die, because that's what happens on the games as well. So early in the season, it has kind of like, you know, I don't know if it has found their way, because they have changed things that are fundamental to the story. And right now, I honestly cannot say that this show is based. No, I think we can say that it's based on the game The Last of Us Part 2, but it's its own entity, you know. It's not as good, I'm gonna say it, as the game. From my perspective, it's not that good. This season has not been, it has had moments, you know, that we as players of the game know of, and they have been amazing. The scenery, the sets, everything has been really, really good, but the story has moved in a pace very differently from the game. So now we can say that it's loosely based on The Last of Us Part 2, but it's not a complete and faithful adaptation from the game to the series. They are completely different things. The characters are motivated by different things as well. So yeah, it's what I'm saying is controversial. But we have one last episode, which I honestly don't know where they're gonna end it. And you have to understand that wherever they ended it, even if they're going to go and do day 3, what happens after for season 3, it's kind of like extremely weak for season 3 in terms of the audience. So it's just bananas. Let's see how they end it first, and then we can follow up with the review. So yeah, let's see that, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like my reaction and enjoy my commentary at the end as well. So give a lot of thumbs up. Today I finally remember that I do own this, which I think that Din is gonna give this to Ellie, hopefully. But this is Dina's bracelet that she gives to Ellie on the games very early on, before the hospital, I think, to keep her safe. So this is the thing. This came on the Last of Us 2 box thing that they had, where you had the statue as well of Ellie playing the guitar. So I had it, and I've been saying that I was gonna wear it, and I didn't remember that it was just next to me. So I'm gonna be wearing this throughout this episode. And yeah. Big, just so you know how big of a fan I am of The Last of Us. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys like it. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment, hit notification bell. Uncut reactions always posted first on Patreon, in case you guys want to check that out. Link, as always, will be in the description down below. And without further ado, let's just begin with Season 2, Episode 7, the Season 2 finale for The Last of Us. Here we go.
What if it's the wrong way?
I know where the arteries are.
No, you don't. You're not a doctor.
Dina, shut up!
Okay, but granted, you're not a doctor.
Have some, okay?
No.
It's gonna help. Have some.
I said no.
She can't drink. Bite something then. You're gonna push. You're gonna push all of that through? Can you like break it? A little bit?
Just do it.
I mean, that was not necessary.
Dina!
She's okay. She's in the dressing room. Ellie, where were you?
Busy. Killing. Thanks. No, thanks, Seattle. Fuck Seattle. Oh, I found out that the actress who plays Dina is has Peruvian blood. She like her parents, I think, are Peruvian. That's nice. As a fellow Peruvian, I wanted to say that.
Is the baby?
Yeah, I hit the leg, not.
It's okay. How do you know?
Well, she doesn't.
You just do?
I mean, that's scientifically accurate. Not that I'm looking for scientifically accuracy here, but still, you know. She looks extremely well for someone who just came from torturing someone. The switch between concern and traumatized, you know. What did you say? Look, do you know why I said I don't believe her? Because she was like a previous episode. She was joking around, you know. So going from joking around to her being like numb. It like I understand what she just did, but in the game, it happened with like in such a like steady progression from her just losing herself until she gets to that moment, and she is even going to go further down from now on, you know. So I don't want to see a fucking smile on her anymore, like. Cause like it doesn't make sense, you know. It doesn't make sense. Enough with the jokes and things like that with Ellie. I want dark Ellie, okay? Full on dark Ellie.
I made her talk. Maybe she got what she deserved.
I mean, you guys, you kill like. Don't. Don't. You can't be thinking like that right now.
Joel found out.
And you're telling her now.
And he killed everyone in the hospital.
Well, not everyone, but
Everyone.
the majority of people. But like, why are you telling her?
Abby's father. There's a doctor. And Joel shot him in the head.
Do you want to tell her also what he was wearing and like what size, like what gun did he use, what options he had of other weapons that he might have upgraded before? Like, what else? Do you have to spell everything out? Like, we already know this. Why do you have to explain it to her?
To save me.
So they had a reason, you guys have a fucking reason. I fucking hate this.
Did you know who they were?
I mean, she did, but we didn't. Oh. So Dean is giving up right now. amazing. Day 3. I hate you. I hate all of you. So you're going home, and what about Tommy? There's absolutely no reason why they went radio silence, by the way. There's absolutely no reason for it.
I can do this alone if you want Ellie to stay.
No.
Oh, they're going after Tommy. Okay.
We'll be safer together.
Found the place you stashed Shimmer. She's still there, doing all right. Not that you asked.
Yeah, not that
And
you
saw
asked.
the WLF sign on the TV station. Figured that's where you went. It's different now. Yeah. And I bet she even tells you things she wouldn't tell me. Like
What
how
is
she's pregnant.
this? What is this? Are we suddenly in like a CW, like, love triangle type of show? What the kind of, like, what is this? Go move on and go find Tommy. I don't need this shit.
Fuck.
I don't need this shit. Get off. Go and
Oh,
find
shit,
Tommy.
You were guessing? God.
Oh, I just... If you say you're gonna be a
obviously
dad,
gonna tell
if
you.
she says she's gonna be a dad right now, I will turn this off.
So just...
I'm gonna be a father, which means I can't die. But because of you, we're stuck in a war zone. So how about we skip the apologies and just go find Tommy so I can get us and my kid the fuck out of Seattle?
Okay. So we're in the CW now. We have a love fucking triangle and the guy is mad.
There's more than one of her?
Yeah, why
Guess
is...
so. I don't know.
There is more than one of... There's more than one of her? There is more than... That's a prophet. That's a prophet. The prophet. One prophet.
There's more than one of her?
I guess so. I don't know.
All of you shut
Move
up.
faster.
She got me. She got me. She got me. Get his clothes off. Wait, no!
What are you doing? What? Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. She wants to save a Seraphite?
Ellie!
Ellie, what the fuck are you doing?
Ellie!
What?
There's 6 of them and 2 of us. This is not our war.
Why do you want to take part of it? Why in the hell do you want to take part of it? Answer me that right now. Why will she want to take part of this? She has a mission to find Abby and kill Abby. Well, she had a mission because apparently now they're going back to Jackson, you know? But she had one mission. It was not to help the Scars, the Seraphites. It's not that. Or to destroy all the wolves. That's not her. What was she supposed to do right now?
Let's go.
Oh man, I'm getting more pissed.
But we have an entire fucking army out there, and you're acting like she's the most important.
Exactly.
You in love with her or something? I don't know. You wouldn't be the first old man or...
Okay. No.
So he wants Abby to be the leader. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's the guy that was with him when he turned against against Fedra. I mean, he's not very much of a leader, more of a follower. But he has been with him longer than Abby has. But I'm gonna guess... I understand that reason, but like here I don't understand the reason.
Let me at least just get this one off the table. Yes, I love her. But not the way you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Want me to do this? Jesus Christ, if 3 more people had voted with you, you'd be coming with me.
I voted no.
Why?
Because everything...
Talk about the fucking community, you hypocrite! You think you're good and I'm bad?
No, you're not.
You let a kid die today, Jesse.
Look at this psychopath getting ready for war. Now I will have loved seeing more of you. And the Seraphites. No, whatever the fuck love triangle they gave us. Those are wolves? I bet, because the scars don't use anything. You're so far away! What are you doing here? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, if he drops here... So we're gonna miss the arcade. We're gonna miss we have missed so much from Ellie. It's a shame. Okay. I can't see shit! In case you were wondering, she can't swim now. Joel also taught her that. Wait! You swim into the wrong island? What are you doing? Get up! What? Why are they? No, 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 no. Why are they doing this?
I'm not a wolf! Tell them.
What was he supposed to say?
Leave her!
She's on the same island? What is Ellie doing? Wait, she's at the island? At the Seraphite island? Okay, that was unnecessary. She couldn't walk 2 minutes ago, and right now she's fine climbing. Make it make sense, babes. Like... So she found a table to upgrade her weapons. The sets are impeccable. I will give them that. All the sets. Everything has been impeccable. Now the writing...
3, 2.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll show you.
No, do it.
Slowly.
Do it your way. Do it your way, Ellie.
Slowly.
You're not buying time. There we go. Good night. Oh, good.
Oh God. You're gonna get it out.
What are you doing?
I don't know how to do that. I do. Okay.
Because this is very...
How deep?
Deeper than you think.
Which way? Which way?
She's not about to direct her own sick session.
Transfers.
What? I don't know what that means.
Love transfers. Is it out?
They're trying to make her understand why Joel lied. Because she's about to lie.
But Abby gets to live.
Yeah.
She was crying about the
We were
fact
able
that
to
she
make a
killed
peace with that.
Mel. And right now she's like, oh, but I still want Abby. Okay, let's fucking go now. Right now. Just do what you have to do. Right the fuck now, because I'm getting bored. All this talking talk.
Coming back.
If I were out there somewhere, lost and in trouble,
So you all had
you would
realizations
set the
in
world on fire to save me.
like 20 minutes. Give it 3 hours. You got realization, you know, from this point to this point. They went hours without seeing each other, and like they came into full-on realization. Okay, totally possible. There we go.
Stand up. Stand
Bye, Jesse.
up. Hands in the air.
He killed my friend.
No.
She's
I
alone?
did. I was looking for you. I didn't mean to hurt them.
I didn't mean to hurt them. I didn't mean to hurt them. What should I throw to the screen? I'm not gonna do it because I don't have enough money to buy myself another camera. But this is me throwing something at my camera right now because I am pissed.
I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. I'm the one that you want.
I let you live. And you wasted it.
So no Lev. Shoot me right now.
Hey. You up?
So we have the stadium. So what? Yeah, set the sign. A plus. A plus. Day one. Nah, they fucked up. Okay, guys, so that was the end of season 2, episode 7, the season 2 finale for The Last of Us. Yeah, that was an episode. That was a piece of episode that felt completely rushed. It felt... Honestly, the characters are unrecognizable. The story is... At major moments following the games, but at the same time not giving us shit from it. one of the things that I found extremely special about the first season and the other adaptation they did for the first game on season 1, one of the things that I liked is that how close it was to what it was on the game. But in the game, there are Easter eggs and collectibles that you get to have here and there, and things said in between the line. Okay? And those things that have been said in between the lines is what the first season did so well capturing, so you can have those moments as background to make the season work as a whole, right? So you have all of that. Now, part 2 of the game is very much world open and longer in time than the first game. So I automatically, when I saw that they had a season 2, I was like, there's absolutely no way, even if they had 9 episodes or 10 episodes, there was no way for them to wrap things up with only one season, the entirety of the second game. That, for me, that was a given, that they had to have either a season 3, so they can do the 3 days here, and season 3 will cover the other 3 days. Well, the same 3 days, but from the other one's perspective, right? From Abby's perspective. Right? So I thought that was it. That's in my mind. 10 episodes, 9 episodes could have done the trick. 7 episodes, I don't know who decided on 7 episodes. I don't know if HBO said, you know what, we don't have enough money for you guys to do 9 episodes, or if they got the budget, but they decided to spend it on other things than to have more episodes. I don't know where the decision was to cut it down to 7 episodes to tell the entirety of Ellie's perspective on the game in 7 episodes. And to top it all up, all of that, to do it so wrongly. Because season 2 is no longer an adaptation from the games to the screen. This one right here, this season is based on the games. It's not an adaptation anymore. It's not an adaptation. I went in thinking that. They proved me wrong every single episode throughout the entire season. It's no longer that. It's just loosely based on The Last of Us, but they are able to create and to take ideas that they kind of threw out from, like, you have to understand, they did the Ellie scene in the beach, you know, with the Seraphites, and that story is a story they threw to the trash and they did not use it for the game. So what did they do? They were like, okay, we don't have anything else to do. What did you thought was not good for the games? Oh, the scene with Ellie and the Seraphites in the island. Okay, good. Let's take it and put it on the show. Because it makes sense for them. Well, Ellie has nothing to do with the Seraphites. Nothing to do with the scars. The scars, the Seraphites, are always danger to Ellie. Ellie doesn't know shit about the Seraphites. The Seraphites, scars, their real names are Seraphites. The wolves call them scars because of the scars on their face. all of that story is in Abby's perspective. It's not in Ellie. And Ellie never, ever tries to help a Seraphite. She never saw herself on the Seraphites. Like, she never related to a Seraphite thinking, oh, they were about to kill a child. I was that child and I must save them. Ellie, at this point of the game, is so far gone, so disconnected from her humanity, from everything that you loved about Ellie on season 1, prior to even the episode where you have David, that quirky, spirited Ellie, child Ellie. You lose her as the story progresses. And when she takes on her revenge, Ellie doesn't understand anything. There is no logic. There is no love. There is no sacrifice. There is no loss. Nothing that is stronger than her obsession and her traumatic way of dealing with the loss of Joel. At this point, Ellie is nothing. Is nothing, you know, compared to Ellie here. And I want to point out that it's a disservice, in my opinion, to the unbelievable cast that they have, to not give them the fucking possibility of being badass and being a character that is not very liked for absolutely no reason, because they are incredible actors. Bella Ramsey kicks ass. Give her an emotional scene or whatever. They are able to do it. And I believe it's the same with everyone else in the cast. These are talented people. That I am not blaming any of them for the outcome of this season. I'm blaming directly to the writers of this season. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I have no idea if they hated the game so much and thought, oh, you know what? Let's rewrite the game. Because it sucked so bad that we gotta fix it on the actual show. It's just insane. And honestly, if they will have told me, okay, season 2 is loosely based on the games and it's not going to get as close to the games as season 1 did, then I don't think I will have wasted my time week after week trying to see if the show was gonna get to the level of epic that the game is. They have the actors who are extremely talented. They had the set designs that are marvelous. They have all of that. They have an entire fucking world that is Seattle to explore, and they did nothing. They did nothing with it. There are stories that fit better. There are so many stories. So many stories that are on the game that you could have easily adapted here and have a way better outcome than the one we did on this episode. This episode was trash, in my opinion. It was just one of the worst things that I have watched in the entire The Last of Us series. You know? It wasted everything. It wasted my time. It was awful. It was awful. And now you are leaving, you have to understand, now you are leaving the audience to go with a character, Abby, that we have not seen since the second episode, that we only saw her on the second episode of this season, and we are supposed to, from now, like on season 3, go into season 3 with her perspective. Okay, so we're gonna have to spend so much time with her, and no one knows the character. All that they know is that this is the girl who killed Joel, because Joel killed her dad, because Joel had to save Ellie. It was just like, it was pointless. Like, giving, like, the fact that Dina is more upset and wants to go back to Jackson the minute she finds out that what Joel did, or what Abby did, is kind of justified, since Joel killed her dad. Like, the fact that Dean is actually, you know what, I need a minute, and I need to actually go back to Jackson, because, like, it seems like me getting, like, shot, and, like, everything that we went through to get to this point kind of feels pointless now that we know that Joel kind of deserved what he had coming for him. And she has more time, like, she is, like, sitting with that idea for longer than Ellie did on the previous episode, when she finally figures out what actually happened with the Salt Lake people, you know, with the fireflies in Salt Lake. So, just so you have an idea on how pathetic it is to have a whole character in Ellie, and having Ellie go through so many emotions and so much destruction, because every time she kills someone, it's like she loses a part of herself time and time again, while she goes into trying to find Abby. That's Ellie from the game. And you have this whole ass character, and since you don't have any other stories to tell, so what are we gonna do? From this character, amazing character that we have, we're gonna dissect it and give some of those storylines to the other characters. Because for some fucking reason, we can't match up, you know, so they can have a similar reaction, or a kind of like mirror reaction to one another, because we can't make Ellie as crazy and as lost as she was on the game for TV. At one point on this, I was like, with the love triangle, like, at one point I was like, am I watching Riverdale? Am I watching a CW show where this is about the love triangles? Fuck no. Fuck no. Ellie's relationship with Dina happened, and it was so good. And Ellie's friendship with Jesse had absolutely nothing to do with the baby, and with the fact that they both kind of have been part of Dina's life. They were never like that, you know? And, like, for you to pretend like, okay, he's gonna be pissed that you took her girlfriend, and then one minute he's like pissed, and I'm gonna get Dina and my child away from you, or from this, right? And then the next minute he's like, actually, I kind of apologize for that. I love her, but not like that, you know? So you have characters doing that, and you have that happening multiple times during this episode. You have Ellie facing Abby and telling her, I'm sorry for killing your friends? What in the fuck was that? She just killed Jesse, and here you have Ellie saying, I'm sorry. Oops. I didn't mean to. What do you mean she didn't mean to? And then the writers are like, oh, and Abby kind of like now is upset because Ellie has been hunting her down for like 3 hours. Because she just killed Nora. And like, by this point, all of them, including Manny, are dead in the story. All of them. And by the look of it, I'm very well aware, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to pull that off with the fact that we see Abby, but they don't actually pan out to all the room, and we don't get to see Lev. You know? But I bet that by next season, when they finally reach that point, Lev is going to be like 2 steps to the right or to the left or whatever. You know, holding his bow and arrow. But like, because we know from the aquarium that Yara was there. So, if we know that she's with Lev. Because you're not gonna tell me that you're gonna fucking kill Lev and have her face Ellie on her own. You're not gonna tell me that. Because like, what Dina or what Ellie was to Joel, Lev is to Abby. So, they better fucking show me that, oh, actually from Abby's perspective, Lev was 2 steps behind, and from Ellie's perspective, you couldn't see him. But because I have watched the behind the scenes, they have kind of pointed out that there is no Lev. You know, he was not there is no actor yet for Lev, I think. At least not on the set. It didn't seem like Lev, an actor to play Lev was there. There is none. Oh man, I am just so disappointed with this season. I am disappointed. I am just upset. I don't understand the meaning of anything that they had tried to do. In my opinion, it's just bad storytelling. You know, by the fact that they say that there was an idea that they threw to the trash for the game, which is Ellie on the island, you know, on the Seraphite island, you know, and by the show picking that up and actually doing that, it's kind of like, so you're taking things from the garbage can, from the game. Honestly, it feels like that. It feels like that is really good. And to be honest, the actors did as best as they could. Bella, and you know, when there is this point of break between Tommy and Ellie, it's honestly they gave everything they had. You know, it was a really emotional scene, and it paid off. You know, the way they said lines of like, my fucking community was killed in front of me. Like, I was not, I mean, it made me feel, even though I was upset, you know, but my anger doesn't go towards the actors that at the end of the day are doing their job, and they are presented with a script that they later base their entire reactions to it. And the only ones that I am to blame here are the writers of the show, and you know, the heads of the show for deciding to forget all about it. You know, forget, like, I don't know why they had to tone Ellie down. Is it because you think that she was not gonna be well liked if she went all psycho? Trust me, people will have loved that. And they're talking about redemption. Like, they are talking about redemption for Ellie when she has only killed Nora and she has killed Owen and, you know, oopsie, you know, killed Mel in the process as well. So you're asking, and you're telling me, like, redemption for what? The game is never, like, the game is about vengeance, about trauma, about how that affects you, how PTSD affects you, and how Ellie loses her humanity, you know? It's all about that. It's all about that. And at the end, you are left with this bitter sweetness, more bitter, you know, because you don't understand them, because the ending of the game is very controversial as well, but for way different reasons. Not because the game was bad. No, it's because some people by the end of the game wanted a different outcome than the one that we got. You know? But that just comes to terms to whether, if, you know, you understand, or you will like to understand the reasons behind Ellie's final decision on the game. Like, you know, you have, like, you can go in deep and talk about Ellie's journey, you know, throughout the entirety of the second game at length. You can make videos about it and everything, but for TV series Ellie, there's really not much to tell. There really isn't. She got dark on this episode, you know, and 2 minutes later she was apologizing for it, when the game was moving on, like when you were going through the game, they literally were counting down how many people from the Salt Lake group they have killed, you know, and they were like, okay, one less fucker to kill, you know. But no, you ignore completely, like, you have the actor who plays Tommy, who I feel has done a fantastic job at playing Tommy, and you had that opening with him to be able to go through, like, everything he goes through, his way of dealing with the passing of his brother, all of that. You have all of that story. They didn't decide to touch it. And what, you're gonna touch it during Abby's point of view? Like, there is no reason for Ellie to be at all, maybe, or probably, you know, and, like, she can be here and there during season 3, because what, they're going to shrink season, like the 3 days for Abby as much as they did for Ellie? You have to understand that in the games, since Joel dies, the main protagonists of the game are Abby and Ellie. You play as both of them, you know? And day 3 marks, you ended in the same way, with Jesse's death and not knowing whether if Abby shoots Ellie or not, or she actually gets her. You don't get to know that until much later, because you get to spend the 3 days in Seattle with Abby as a character. And also Abby, you're starting with Abby from nothing, really, because, like, you have to understand the reason why Abby was big in terms of muscles, you know, it was because of all the anger that she held through the years, you know, that she was waiting to find Joel. So everything she did was train to get buff enough to go head to head with Joel and kill Joel. And that's why Abby is so big. And that's why Abby, when we get to the theater, is able to do something so important that you are kind of left with, oh fuck. You know? We never actually got Abby. Abby got us. You know? And you don't have that here, because you have the actress who plays Abby, and you have her, and she's, you know, and in my opinion, they were not able to do buff Abby because Bella will look even shorter than Abby. So they needed to match in the same aspect of, like, why did they cast this particular actress to play Dina, is because you can't pick someone that is way taller than Ellie when Ellie's supposed to be a little bit taller than Dina on the games. And because they have something against them is that Bella Ramsey she doesn't, I mean, they don't fucking age. They still look 14 or 15, you know? And that is, I mean, good for their genetics, you know? But since they can't do that, in my opinion, that's the reason why they couldn't cast someone even bigger to play Abby. And Abby physicality has everything to do with the character. It just says things about the character without the necessity of saying things. They show you things with the fact that Abby is buff and, like, has those big arms for the reason that I just explained, because she devoted her time and her obsession to find Joel into training. That's why Abby gets to be the one who was supposed to follow after Isaac's footstep. She, like, the way she is with the Seraphites is in the same fashion. It's like she put Joel's face in every Seraphite she ever found. She's as ruthless as Isaac is. But after her revenge, things will change for her. But the physicality, the things that got her to the point of beating that shit out of Joel, they already have taken that away from Abby. You know? That obsession. Same obsession that later on we also see with Ellie not being able to understand it and to be able to let that go. In the same way Abby has already gone through that. But not TV show or TV series Abby, because she has the weakest arms you will ever see. And in my opinion, they did it because they couldn't cast someone bigger, because that will make Bella look even younger than they do, because they look 12, you know? And that's, like I said, that's just how it works. They are the way they are and they look that way. I wouldn't have been opposed to recast, not for reasons of, like, I just think that another actor playing Ellie as an adult, I will have understand it, you know, because they also have to look the part, and Bella, they are incredible, but they don't look like Ellie. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, find them attractive. Like, that has nothing, in my case, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with any of that. They are not, they don't look not like 19 or 20. They look like 14. That is why it's so easy when they did the flashback for us to believe that they have 15, because they look fucking 15. You know? And that's just what it is. And that's what it is. And that's the reason why I think they couldn't cast someone bigger to play Ellie, to play Abby. Which is honestly a disgrace for Abby. And I'm talking about Abby, and I hate Abby, you know, but there were reasons behind her muscles. They were not just for show. But they decided not to do it. And I don't know, I understand that Bella. I understand that Bella is a great actor, you know. And I understand also that people have been extremely mean on the internet to them, when honestly it's just stupid, you know. But the thing is that I don't know if that has influenced how they write Ellie, and the reason why they decided to like tone her down for the show. Because like, if Bella was already receiving hate on the internet and Ellie was supposed to be so likable, then imagine if she goes just batshit crazy. People will not only hate Bella because of who they are, but they will hate Bella for the things that they do on the series. You know? So I don't know if that had anything to do with how they toned down Ellie for the show. But I believe that it's a disgrace, honestly, and a disservice to Bella as the main lead of the series. Because that means that they don't trust them enough to be able to carry the show from season 2 going forward. Because they don't think that they are capable of, you know, just letting the weight of the show on their shoulders. And that is just a disservice, I feel, because I think that they could have been able to handle it and shut people up with their performance. Because I believe they're capable of doing that. I believe Bella was capable of doing that. But they decided not to. You know, and I didn't believe, like, the entire thing, I didn't believe, because, like, 1 minute Ellie is kind of, like, you know, concerned and, like, you know, oh, let me see, and, like, you know, and, like, you see Ellie in such a, like, caring headspace for Dina, and then the next second she's numb, thinking about Nora. And you get the flashback of Nora, just in case you forgot why she's feeling like this. What a fucking joke, man. It's honestly, it's just insane. If you only go by episode 5 and episode 7, right, as they connect, because the previous one is just a flashback episode. If you see that, you are kind of like, where did this Ellie came from? There's no build up for this, because you had her up until episode 5 making jokes, having sex, being playful, being, you know, disaster of, oh, also, what are they trying to do with, leave the Seraphites alone. What are they trying to do with the prophet? They show us one image of the prophet, and then they're showing us another image. There's only one prophet. And it's not about the, oh, how religion gets, you have to understand this. It's not about how, oh, religion is like, you know, you have a depiction of the prophet in one way, but actually someone else saw it in a different way. No! There was one prophet that we don't know the name even. It's just the prophet. We have one prophet. And the Seraphites only look up to one prophet. They don't have any sort of misunderstanding between them, thinking, oh, do you think it was that person, or do you think it was that other person? Or since we are, you know, we look like this, we want to make the prophet look like us. What? No. They have, may she guide you. Only one. May she guide you. One. Why in the fuck did they put another image of another prophet in Seattle? Like, I will understand that things might have gotten a little bit, you know, different if you get out of Seattle, but the prophet and the Seraphites only exist in Seattle. And there's a reason why the prophet is followed. Why they have an island. There is an entire reason about it. And there was one of them. It's not like, oh, the prophet is like what we think it might look like, so now we're painting her in a completely different way. No. Consistency. Where is it? It has left the chat. Left the chat. Consistency and sense have left the chat for The Last of Us. They died right there with Joel. We're gonna have more than one prophet in the same fucking CD? So one paints her in one way, the other one paints her in the other? What are you gonna say? That Isaac sent to paint the prophet in another way? When he himself is the one that created the prophet and made her a martyr? So you're gonna say that the wolves are actually putting up propaganda saying that the prophet looks different, just so the Seraphites might be like, oh, what the hell? Are we not remembering her correctly? You don't need multiple versions of the prophet for you to understand that after the prophet's death, things go to shit in Seattle. Because everyone took the word that she guided, that she said, that she spoke in whatever shape, like in whatever way they wanted. This is like the Catholic Church does with the Bible. You know, the Bible says one thing, they understand it in one way, and someone else reads it and understands it in another way. You know, so it's the kind of same thing with the Seraphites. But now there are two prophets, apparently. One for for a 10-mile radius, and then another one for the other 10-mile radius. Who the fuck knows at this point? Who the fuck knows at this point? What is it that they were trying to point out with having a complete different image of the prophet and making Ellie said, wait, there is another one? No, there isn't. And even if there were, what the fuck do you care? You have no interaction with the Seraphites whatsoever. Why does she want to get into... I'm getting a headache. I'm getting a headache and not for the right reasons. Not for the right fucking reasons. I am pissed. Pissed. I didn't like the season. Overall, I did not like it. It had good moments here and there. They tried to incorporate the spores. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean shit. It might mean shit for Abby's storyline. But, like, at that point, we are like, who the fuck cares about Abby? There's a very small community of people that I think care about Abby. Most people hate Abby. Rightfully so. You know? So, why do we have the spores? I know why we have the spores, but why has it happened on the show? Like, how will I just Ellie fucking apologizing to Abby. Ellie fucking apologizing to Abby fucking means nothing anymore. So what does the ending means? Then, if she's like, I am so sorry for killing all of your friends, I didn't mean to. It was not my intention, I only wanted to kill you. Okay, dude. Whatever. Not my Ellie, not my Dina, not my Tommy. Not even my Jessie at this point. Abby, they can do whatever the fuck they want with her. I don't really care. So, but I'm gonna be here probably ranting about how much I hate season 3. I probably will. You know? So, look, if they're a joke, why can't I be a joke too? You know? Fuck that. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. As they just prove that they can do exactly the same with a story that is so rich and so amazing. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, so can I. So can I. Bitch, so can I. Anyways. The only good thing out of this is that it has made me want to replay the game more than ever. So, I'm gonna be replaying the game. For the second time ever, by the way, because I have not played the game. I have only played it once. And I understood a fucking lot better the game than the own writers did, I feel. So yeah. Do I have hopes for next season? Not really. Because they're going to tell a story that I have absolutely no desire to relive. So, if they want to take it, I will have been like okay with them like splashing, like having Ellie and then splashing Abby here and there. That will have been a more like easy pill to swallow. But no, they decided, oh, that in that aspect, we're actually gonna do it in just the way the game did. Yeah, sure. How are they gonna get into season 3 from completely different perspective with characters? If the audience hasn't played the game, they don't know anything about, only the fact that they, well, I guess that they're trying to give them the game experience. And not even that, because during the 3 days, you know, when Joel was killing it and all of that, we actually got to play with Abby before she kills Joel. So you have that. So now it's like, okay, now it's Abby's turn. And trust me, no one is fucking here for Abby. I just want to say that. Just to clear the air in the room. Anyways, that's it. I'm not going to keep rambling. I did not like this episode. I thought it was bullshit. I thought the characters had, like, lack build up. They had none. They tried to do everything in the one episode. And they could have done it so well throughout the season, but they decided to, for some reason, just give 7 episodes for 3 days in Seattle. I don't know why, honestly, but that's the decision they made. I'm not really happy with it. I no longer will accept people calling this shit an adaptation to the, part 2 of the game, because it's no longer an adaptation. It's based on the game, but not an adaptation. It's not the game at all. You have completely different feelings. Maybe if I have never watched, or maybe if I have never played the game, maybe I will have liked the season, in the sense of like, you don't know what's best, you know, so of course you're gonna take whatever it is that you are handed, you know, and in that regard you will like maybe like, because you don't know what you're missing. So if they were aiming for that audience, good for them. Hopefully they really got them and follow next season for Abby's storyline as a player of the game. I am not so sure if I will want to do it. I probably will end up doing it, but you know, I hate Abby, and there is like, I have played the game, so that means that I got through the end and through the entirety of her story, and I still ended up hating her, you know. So you're not gonna change my mind. So yeah, but if you wanted more people to want to play the game, to actually get a better experience, then good for you. You're gonna sell a few more games, you know, a few more copies of the game, because that's the only thing I have been able to take out of it, is the fact that I want to play the game again, because kind of to purge this out of my system, you know. But yeah, that was it. Anyways, if there is something else that we have to talk about, you can hit the comments. Let me know if you liked the season, if you thought it was a good, if it was like, if you like the pace of it, if you have a completely different opinion from mine, please let me know in the comment section down below. Those comments are the ones that I love the most, when someone disagrees with me, because that gives me perspective into thinking, okay, so there are people who liked it, I didn't like it, I want to understand why is it that you liked it and why is it that I didn't, you know. So those comments for me are the best ones, because I get to see it from someone else's point of view and not only mine, you know. And sometimes I find clarity on those comments, and I think that it's so amazing to see it, you know, and to read them. So if you have a different opinion, I encourage you to drop a comment so we can continue the conversation in the comment section down below. You can completely disagree with me. I'm not saying that I'm the one, you know, what I say is right. No, I'm just as much as a fan of The Last of Us as you are. I am, the only difference is that I record myself while watching the episode. That's the only difference between me and anyone that will be commenting on the episode. That's the only difference. I don't pretend to know more than the writers. I don't pretend to know. I'm not. I'm just saying that as a viewer, it's something that I'm consuming, because I'm actually paying for HBO right now. As a consumer, as a member of the audience of this show, I'm extremely disappointed, and I feel like I have to have my opinion, and that's my opinion. Whether if you agree with it or not, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. At the end of the day, it's just a show. We can have this conversation back and forth. I really love it. Like I said, I really love the comments that are completely opposite to my opinion, because it enriched my perspective. And I love the comments of where, oh, I agree with you in this and that point. Those are awesome as well, because at least I feel like I'm like not crazy, you know? So I kind of like the fact that, oh, okay, at least I'm not the only one feeling that way. So I can relate to those comments as well. So All comments are welcome. But at the end of the day, I will always speak my mind on whatever it is that I watch. And if I don't like it, I'm not gonna pretend and sit here and tell you, oh no, I actually loved it. I'm not an actor. I'm not here to be paid. Like, I'm not being paid to like be like, oh yeah, it's always so good. And even if I were, you know, I'm not an actor, man. I'm not gonna deny that I feel upset at things. It is what it is. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. I hope you enjoyed my reaction, even though I was bitching about the entire time. I still hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you're a fan of the TV series, play the game. And if you don't play the game, watch a gameplay, like the entire gameplay. Pick someone. There are thousands of people that have played the Last of Us video game part 2. Watch it from beginning to end, or up until this point if you want. If you don't want to get spoiled for future season, you can absolutely do it like that as well, and tell me which one is better. But after you watch it, not right away. After you watch it, like, tell me which one you like the best, and why. That will be really interesting. Also, I like the games. I think I have made that very clear. Also, go dive into like the lore of the Seraphites, the lore of the wolves, the humanity of The Last of Us, Ellie's entire journey on the game. Watch those videos on YouTube. Just type The Last of Us and you will have so many videos, so many good videos of people detailing everything, and they are amazing. Do yourself a favor, you're gonna love them. I'm gonna try to drop some links of videos that I have watched in case you guys are interested in watching it as well. If you're a fan of the game, you're gonna love them, honestly, because I love them as well. So yeah, but watch the gameplay as well. You are going to love that. And honestly, I will feel terrible if they go into the 3 days with Abby, and they actually show us what we miss from the 3 days with Ellie. That will be shitty if they do that. But, like, maybe they will. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. Thumbs up, comments, hit notification bell. Uncut reactions always posted first on Patreon. If you are on Patreon, you have my reaction is... I've been talking for 2 hours and 11 minutes now. I'm gonna shut up right now. Okay, I went into too deep, I think. I'm sorry, but like, go and watch it. My reaction, full reaction is always posted there. Hearts if you're on Patreon right now. Thank you for watching and for all your support. And for now, that's about it. I'll see you guys next time for more reaction videos for The Last of Us, because I'm probably gonna be here for season 3. Who am I kidding? Anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye, guys.